Update 25.2 is live on PC, and it has brought us the Wukong Revisit or Wukong Rework. First thing to note is that if you own a Wukong, you will receive 3 Forma upon logging into the game. It does not matter if you formed it or not, as long as you own a copy. And if you own multiple Wukongs, you will get multiple Forma bundles up to the amount that you own. For the general changes to Wukong, his health has been increased to 150 at base, his shields decreased to 100, his energy up to 120, and his sprint speed to 1. They also improved his primary and secondary energy blend on his helmet tails, and also updated his arsenal ability videos and updated his tips to reflect his new abilities. His passive no longer extends his combo duration and instead is 5 levels of immortality. Upon taking fatal damage, he will continue to push on and have 50% of his health restored and become invulnerable for 2 seconds. He will also have one of the following buffs applied to him up to a maximum of 3 times per mission. This also applies to him not dying. Those buffs are Primal Forces that triples elemental damage for 60 seconds, Heavenly Cloak that makes him invisible for 30 seconds, Cosmic Armor that makes him invulnerable for 30 seconds, Monkey Luck that provides extra loot drops for 60 seconds, and Sly Alchemy that makes orbs 4 times more effective for 60 seconds. The first ability is no longer Iron Jab. It has been removed and replaced with Celestial Twin. Celestial Twin upon activation duplicates Wukong and he now has a Spectre of himself. If you did cast the ability while you had a pistol out, he will use your melee, and vice versa. It'll also switch based on what weapon you are using. You can also repress the ability in order to target a specific unit. If you hold it down, he will be removed from the field, or of course if his health runs out, he will disappear from the field as well. The second ability is now Cloudwalker. It is not Defy, they have been swapped around. Cloudwalker's movement and activation speed has been increased, and you can cast it on the fly. Upon activation, you will also heal your Warframe, and if you go through defenses, such as lasers, you will not be detected, unlike the prior version. His energy cost for Cloudwalker has also been reduced. As earlier stated, the third ability is now Defy. It has been replaced completely and is now a taunt ability that will redirect damage that it consumes. You'll also be able to duplicate the ability if you have Celestial Twin active. You'll also gain a temporary armor buff based on the amount of damage absorbed, and you can repress the ability to trigger early. The final ability, Primal Fury, has been simplified. There is no longer complex combos you need to pull off in mission. It is simply based on your movement. If you are moving forward, you will do a different attack to that of if you are standing still. Holding down your aim button and attacking will also do a different move, but they are simplified versions of the combos that were available prior to this revisit. If you do cast Primal Fury while your clone is active, it will also use the ability, and the ability overall has received a damage increase and an additional damage type of Slash. You can also cast it while moving, and its energy requirements have changed. Casting the ability will have a reduced cost based on the original version, but the drain will increase. The final thing to note about Primal Fury's change is that you no longer have to build up the range of the ability. It will simply just have its maximum range and maximum staff. But for the augments, Iron Vault has been replaced with a Celestial Twin augment titled Celestial Stomp. You can press the Celestial Twin button when Celestial Twin is active, and your Wukong clone will perform a ground slam that will then suspend enemies. No changes came to the Cloudwalker augment, but Primal Rage has seen its critical chance increase to 150% and its bonus percentage per kill up to 15%, and the drain will now scale with duration, but if Wukong gets a kill, the drain stops for 5 seconds. That is the complete Wukong revisit and rework with all of the changes. At the moment, Excalibur, Mag, Vault, and Wukong have the exclusive ability to see the stats for their augment mods, as you can see on the screen, with more Warframes getting this feature in the future. For the overall game changes, they made micro-optimizations to a dozen of UI scripts, and when handling loot that falls into teleport pits. They also improved handling of corrupt cache and malfunctioning graphic drivers, error handling for failures to teleport people out of pits, handling of corrupt download caches, crashing graphic drivers, and they also refactored runaway loop detection for improved performance. For the fixes, they fixed the ability to choose any relic type on any void mission by queuing with squad, Keller Dathame not coming back down after completing the puzzle step, which resulted in an infinite loop of firing missiles, the ability to gain set mod bonuses by using multiple copies of the same mod if you had a Sentinel or Moa. Everything old is new again, and Loyalty Nightwave Axe not rewarding standing, the Silent Eliminator Nightwave Axe not failing when an enemy detects you, regardless of alarms, Harrow's Last Covenant augment bonus time from headshots only appearing in the UI buff section and not in the ability bar, Mirage's Sleight of Hand not working with Gas City objects, Arcwing enemy markers not showing more than 5 at once. They fixed having 6 unranked mods in the trade slots appearing as fully ranked after the slots are full message prompted, and accepting the trade, which resulted in giving 1 max rank mod away instead of 6 unranked mods even when you didn't swap it. They also fixed domestic drones not spawning when returning from the simulacrum, a level hole in the plains of Eidolon, a level hole in the Orb of Valis, Equinox's duality augment clone running off ledges so frequently, the loot corpse context action not disappearing for clients in the Gas City tile set, cases where the capture target will not make attempts to escape in the Gas City tile set, gas traps not replicating sound effects or visual effects for clients in the Gas City tile set, the bright white effect projector on electrical melee effects, the bow dryad skin having misaligned strings when equipped on the lens, missing melee front finisher sounds for the Tatsu, and they fixed the zipline slide sound looping forever on open dismount.